TV soap news and spoilers say that in the shadowed suburbs of Fairmont Crest, where manicured lawns hide a labyrinth of secrets and every wrought iron gate swings open to reveal a fresh betrayal, the air is thick with anticipation. Beyond the Gates, CBS's audacious new daytime drama that premiered just this past February 2025, has already carved out a niche as the boldest entrant in the soap opera renaissance, a show that doesn't just whisper scandals but roars them into the spotlight. With its glossy production values, diverse ensemble, and unapologetic dive into the racial, class, and familial fault lines of affluent Black America, it has surged 67% in multi-platform viewership, outpacing even ABC's venerable General Hospital among key demographics. But now, as October's chill seeps into the Maryland leaves, a seismic rumor is rattling the gates. Daytime Emmy winner Greg Vaughan, the brooding heartthrob who once embodied tortured souls like Eric Brady on Days of Our Lives, is stepping onto this set. And the burning question on every fan's lips? Is he arriving as Vanessa's long-lost brother, a spectral guardian or a harbinger of doom, rushing to her side in the wake of her husband Doug's gut-wrenching death? Picture this, it's October 19, 2025, and the clock is ticking down to November sweeps, that electrifying fortnight starting October 30th when soaps unleash their most audacious plots to claw for ratings supremacy. The industry is abuzz, from the bustling soundstages of Atlanta, where Beyond the Gates films its sun-dappled deceptions, to the fevered forums of X, formerly Twitter, and Reddit, where superfans dissect every leaked script page and blurry set photo like forensic experts at a crime scene. Vaughan, with his chiseled jawline and those piercing blue eyes that have melted screens for over 2 decades, was spotted in the Peach State weeks ago. Whispers from insiders confirm it: he's on set, camera tests aced, wardrobe fittings finalized. The man who won hearts as Lucky Spencer on General Hospital and earned a 2018 Daytime Emmy for his raw portrayal of Eric Brady's redemptive arc is no longer a free agent. He's locked in, ready to debut before December's chill fully descends, potentially igniting the sweeps like a Molotov cocktail tossed into a powder keg. But who is this enigmatic newcomer? The show's publicity machine has been coy, teasing only that Vaughan's role is a mystery designed to shake the foundations of Fairmont Crest. Creator and head writer Michelle Vaughan, the powerhouse scribe behind General Hospital's glory days and the architect of this Sudzer's layered narratives, dropped the hint back in July during a Deadline interview: a hot male is about to join the action. Fans, ever the sleuths, latched onto that breadcrumb and ran with it. Social media exploded with speculation, threads weaving Vaughan's storied career into Beyond the Gates' tapestry of intrigue. From his breakout as the brooding Diego Gutierrez on The Young and the Restless in 2002, a role that thrust him into the viper pit of daytime romance, to his 6-year reign as Lucky Spencer, the blue-collar rebel entangled in Port Charles's web of forbidden loves and family feuds, Vaughan has always excelled at playing men who bridge worlds. His Eric Brady era on Days, spanning 2012 to 2020 with intermittent returns, was a masterclass in dramatic redemption, a priest haunted by addiction, fractured by loss, and forever chasing absolution amid Salem's endless cycle of grief and resurrection. It's this very expertise in portraying siblings bound by blood and burden that has fans convinced Vaughan's not just joining the cast, he's poised to become Vanessa's brother, a figure whose arrival could unravel the fragile threads holding her together after the unimaginable. To understand the stakes, we must first plunge into the heart of Beyond the Gates' most devastating chapter. The death of Doug McBride, Vanessa's steadfast husband, played with heartbreaking gravitas by Jason Graham. It was September 2025 when the unthinkable struck, a plot twist that left viewers gasping and tissues in tatters. Doug, the brilliant surgeon whose steady hands had mended countless bodies in Fairmont Crest General Hospital, wasn't felled by some melodramatic villainy, no poisoned chalice or shadowy ambush. No, the show opted for a quieter cruelty, a sudden aneurysm during a routine consult, his life snuffed out mid-sentence, collapsing into Vanessa's arms as monitors wailed like banshees. The episode aired on a crisp autumn Tuesday, and Fairmont Crest, that idyllic enclave of ambitious professionals, where every backyard barbecue masks a simmering rivalry, froze in collective mourning. Vanessa, portrayed with fierce vulnerability by the luminous Erica Alexander, late of living single and The Cosby Show, shattered on screen in a way that felt achingly real. Her sobs echoed through the sterile hospital corridors, a raw keening that peeled back layers of the poised eternity we'd come to adore, the woman who juggled high-stakes cases by day and nurtured a blended family by night, all while navigating the microaggressions of a lily-white suburb. Vanessa's arc has been beyond the gates' emotional North Star from the pilot. As the series' de facto matriarch, she's the glue binding the sprawling McBride-Hamilton clan, her sharp-witted daughter from a previous marriage, the precocious twins she shares with Doug, and the extended network of friends who double as confidants and co-conspirators. Erica Alexander imbues her with a quiet ferocity, those knowing glances that disarm opponents in court, the tender smiles reserved for bedtime stories, the steel spine that bends but never breaks under the weight of racial profiling at PDA meetings or whispers about her outsider status among the neighborhood elite. Doug was her anchor, the rock who proposed under a canopy of cherry blossoms during their college sweethearts reunion, the partner who quit his fellowship in Boston to follow her ambitions to Fairmont Crest. Their marriage wasn't flawless. Early seasons teased tensions over Doug's long hours and Vanessa's relentless drive. But it was the rare soap romance built on mutual reverence, a beacon in a genre often drowned in deceit. His death? It was a thunderclap, designed to propel the narrative into uncharted depths. In the immediate aftermath, Vanessa's world fractured. She wandered the empty McBride manse like a ghost, the king-sized bed now a vast, accusing void, the kitchen island, once alive with Doug's laughter over burnt pancakes, now a sterile altar to unspoken regrets. Flashbacks assaulted her, their first dance at the annual Fairmont Crest Gala, Doug's hand warm on her waist as strings swelled, the hushed arguments over whether to expand the family or prioritize her partnership track, the quiet vow renewals in the garden, where fireflies danced like misplaced hopes. Friends rallied, Dr. Ted Richardson, Keith D. Robinson, in his post-recast glow, offering medical counsel laced with paternal concern, the fiery single mom next door plotting revenge against the hospital's negligent board, but none could pierce the fog of her grief. Vanessa's crisis deepened, sleepless nights blurring into courtroom blunders, where her once unerring cross-examinations faltered, phantom pains in her chest mirroring the aneurysm that stole her love, a growing paranoia that Doug's death wasn't random, but tied to the shadowy pharmaceutical trials he'd been investigating. Enter the rumor mill's hottest commodity, Greg Vaughan as Vanessa's estranged brother, Marcus Grant, a name evocative enough to nod to Day's legacy without stealing its thunder. Fans have pieced together the puzzle from Vaughan's own cryptic Instagram posts. A reel from the Atlanta set, captioned, "Embracing New Shadows in Fairmont Crest, Family Ties Run Deeper Than Blood," overlaid with a moody shot of him silhouetted against a wrought iron gate, the kind that screams, "Welcome home, if you dare." In this speculative storyline, Marcus would be the prodigal son, a rugged ex-Marine or investigative journalist who spent years globetrotting to outrun their family's ghosts. Perhaps he bolted after their parents' bitter divorce in the 90s, leaving teenage Vanessa to shoulder the blame, forging her into the unbreakable force she became. Now, a frantic call from a mutual cousin, V's unraveling, Mark. Doug's gone, and she's digging where she shouldn't, pulls him back to the crest. He arrives unannounced, materializing on her doorstep under a harvest moon, duffel bag slung over his shoulder, eyes shadowed with the guilt of absence. The drama would ignite from there, a powder keg of sibling reconciliation laced with high-stakes peril. Imagine the reunion scene. Vanessa, hollow-eyed in Doug's oversized flannel, flings open the door to find Marcus, Vaughan in full intensity mode, his voice a gravelly timbre honed from years of on-screen anguish. "Sis. I came as soon as I heard. Why didn't you call?" Her response? A slap that echoes like a gunshot, followed by a collapse into his arms, the dam of suppressed fury and longing bursting at last. Marcus wouldn't just comfort, he'd probe. As the brother who always idolized Doug, the man who taught him to tie a Windsor knot during Vanessa's wedding rehearsal, he'd smell the rot beneath the official autopsy. Was Doug's aneurysm triggered by experimental meds from a corrupt big pharma donor to the hospital? Did a jealous colleague sabotage his research? Marcus, with his shadowy contacts from overseas ops, would dive headfirst into the conspiracy, dragging Vanessa along for a ride that tests their rebuilt bond. Picture the sweeps fireworks. Tense stakeouts in the misty Fairmont woods, where Marcus and Vanessa eavesdrop on boardroom whispers, a pulse-pounding chase through rain-slick streets after they hack into sealed files, intimate heart-to-hearts by the fireplace, where buried family skeletons tumble out, perhaps a shared secret from their youth, like covering for their father's infidelity, that explains Marcus's flight. Vaughan's prowess would shine in these beats, the protective snarl when he confronts the hospital chief, echoing Lucky Spencer's street-smart defiance, the tender vulnerability as he confesses his failures to Vanessa, mirroring Eric Brady's confessional monologues. And the romance angle? Inevitable. Beyond the Gates thrives on sparks amid sorrow. Maybe Marcus locks eyes with the widowed Dr. Elena Torres, a newcomer rumored to be played by Scandal's Bellamy Young, their flirtation a tentative bridge over Vanessa's abyss. Or perhaps he rekindles an old flame from the neighborhood, stirring jealousy and old wounds. Yet, for all the allure of this brotherly lifeline, doubts linger. Is Vaughan really Marcus? The show's track record for misdirection is legendary. Recall the May 2025 recast of Dr. Ted Richardson, where Maurice Johnson's exit for Keith D. Robinson's entry was spun as a creative evolution, only to reveal deeper lore ties. Val Jean, in a recent TV Insider chat, coyly deflected, Greg's character will honor the show's commitment to layered humanity. Expect surprises that resonate with soap legacies. On X, the debate rages. Posts from superfans like at Oldie42 gush over Vaughan's announcement video, where he vows to lift everyone up in Fairmont Crest, while skeptics in soap opera digest forums counter that he might embody a rival suitor, swooping in to exploit Vanessa's vulnerability. Could he be the mysterious philanthropist funding the hospital's shady wing, a wolf in tailored wool? Or, in a twist worthy of Beyond the Gates' subversive edge, a half-brother whose paternity reveal upends the entire McBride dynasty? As November 1st looms, the tension is palpable. Vaughan's debut, slated for a mid-sweeps bombshell, per leaked call sheets, promises to be the catalyst that propels Beyond the Gates into Emmy contention. Will he cradle Vanessa through her nadir, unearthing truths that avenge Doug and heal old scars? Or will his arrival fracture her further, a reminder that family, like Fairmont Crest itself, is a beautiful cage? Fans, hold your breaths, the gates are creaking open. In the world of soaps, where death is never final and secrets are currency, Greg Vaughan's shadow looms large. One thing's certain, when he steps through, Fairmont Crest will never be the same. Our TV channel Soap News and Spoilers is the place for those who want to know how the Salem story goes, as well as great Beyond the Gates updates and news, so subscribe to our channel to get what you want. Bye-bye.